Good morning, everyone. I just want to be quiet for a minute and let you look at this. It's amazing. Absolutely. Well, let's take a walk. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Let me get down these stairs safely before I miss a step. And we're going to walk right on down, right to the water's edge, and go for a very quiet morning walk and just appreciate life and the beauty that we are literally surrounded with in so many different ways. No matter if you're living by the ocean, the mountains, a beautiful, wonderful, open sky, wherever. This is magical to me. Today, we are up extra early. Richie and I left the house at 4:30 in the morning so that we could come down here to the beach because Richie just left on his deep sea fishing trip. He had a client that appreciated him very much, and he actually bought him a deep sea fishing trip for the day and gave it to him the other day as a gift for all of the help and guidance and amazing support he gave this gentleman and his wife during a transition period in their lives. And that was pretty cool. So today is the day he was coming down here to hop on the boat and do something that he just loves to do so much. So I obviously was like, I will bring you down and drop you off at the dock, and then I'm gonna cross the street and stay here to watch the sun come up, go for a walk. So that is what we are doing. I just can't get over the beauty that just takes my breath away. It doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. It doesn't matter how many times I've been to these particular spots, time and time and time again. Every single time I watch a sunrise or a sunset, it's completely different than any of them that I've seen in the past. And it's just a whole new experience. I mean, really, let me just stop walking for a moment and let's zero in as we're getting closer to what we're looking at. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a restart. Doesn't matter how yesterday went. It's gone. Put it behind us, move on, start the day with fresh eyes, an open heart, try to feel the best we can, love life, appreciate everything that we have, no matter if it's something completely different than we thought we ever wanted. Show appreciation, gratitude, and gratefulness to be awake and alive and have another chance to do better for ourselves, our families, at our jobs, in our friendships, in the love for ourselves. We deserve it. Everyone around us deserves it. And we have a new day to do it if we're all up. I'm here recording this video. Whoever clicks on it is awake and living another day. And I believe we all can do a little bit better in every single day. Learn, grow, experience new things, appreciate the little things, and just be thankful. We have young kids over here. They look like they're teenagers and they are just the cutest. It's reminding me of coming down here because across from where I am is a campground. And a lot of times this is where my uncle and aunt would come with all of us and camp. And this is around the corner from that. And my cousins and I would stay out almost all night on the beach. Never go to sleep. Then we'd sleep for a couple of minutes, it felt like, be right back up and come out on the beach while it was still dark out and wait for this to happen. Wait for the sun to rise. Wait for the sky to lighten. Watch like as the world just continues to slowly wake up and change. And I love that those young teenage girls over here are doing that because it's bringing back a really good memory of one particular summer where my cousins were a little bit older and they weren't such like small little people anymore, and they were just trying so hard to be cool and hang out with me and do everything with me. I had one boy cousin that was the oldest of the cousins. His name was Den. My other oldest boy cousin's name was Adam, and he was just a smidge older than I was. And then I was the next, so I was the third in line. And then I had all little girl cousins after that. And I always hung out with my cousin Den and my cousin Adam a lot. But as the girls got older, the girls were attached to my hip. They didn't want to do anything unless it included me. They didn't want to go anywhere unless I was with them. They wanted to do everything that I did with my friends. And as they got a little bit older, I was just inseparable with them constantly. So seeing these girls over here is just like, that was so long ago. And it still feels like it was yesterday. Look at the little birdies. Can you see them all running, walking? Look at the 4 beautiful seagulls walking along the water here. Is that not absolutely stunningly beautiful? Look at, he didn't want to be last in line, so he started to fly. The girls are literally going to run in the water, I think. I love it. 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 What a stunning day. I'm not going to make this video super long because I think I'm just going to stand here and just be amazed by it and take pictures. I love doing photography. I can tell you that too. I am just getting so in deep with all of these moments that I'm having by myself, I'm finding my passions again also. I truly am. Like, having myself as my own best friend is really creating something so healthy inside of me. I've always taken tons of pictures, always taken tons of pictures, but I've really kind of put aside the fact that I love to do photography. I love to zero in on things that are very intricate and special and photograph them, and not just do it as like a passing by moment or a selfie or a family picture. I'm like out in the world a lot. This summer is the summer of me. And I have been taking so many beautiful photographs that I want to blow up and frame just like I used to. I actually used to sell my photographs at like craft fairs and stuff. I used to print out tons of copies of photography that I did, and I would sell them at the little booth of just everything that brings me joy. And I'm finding that I'm working myself back toward doing that again. And it's making me really happy. It really and truly is. So I'm going to stand here. I'm going to take some photographs and just live in this moment right now. I hope everybody has the most amazingly wonderful, awesome day, full of love, joy, happiness. No matter how you think you can create that for yourself, just attempt it. Be healthy and well, mind, body, and soul. Thank whoever you believe in for this day, and just enjoy it as best as you can. I love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful one. Bye. My handsome Bubby Bubbleish, my little honey muffin, my husband Richie. He is coming in right now from deep sea fishing. And today was a 15-hour fishing trip. So he has been out on the water. They went to the Gulf of Maine. And the Gulf of Maine was right up by the Canadian border. So he is just coming home, and here comes his boat right through the bridge. Here he comes. He's coming home. Here he comes. My sweet Bubby. Right through and under the bridge. They lifted the bridge up for him to come back to me. Now the bridge is going down. He actually won this fishing excursion, because the last time that he went deep sea fishing, he caught the most sharks of the day. So they do like a pool. They do a pool where they put in, raffles and things like that, and they see who won by catching the most fish of the day. And he actually won his last fishing trip by catching the most sharks, like I said. So he got a free day on the sea, and I dropped him off at 3 o'clock in the morning, and now it's late in the evening, and here he comes. Here he comes. We'll zoom in again. I can't wait to hear about it today and see how it went. I know he's going to be absolutely exhausted, rightfully so. That is a long day to be in the open ocean. They went to that spot, which is known at, oh, did you see that birdie dive in there? He just went fishing himself. It's called Haddock Haven. So he went to go and fish for haddock all day. He's coming. That birdie got a fishy. He did, he got a fishy. Now, can I see my Bubbleish? Where is that little honey muffin? He could be sitting inside. He said he was exhausted. He did text me and say that he was almost back. Here he comes. My little sweetie Petey. I don't see him absolutely any place. Wow, you look at that sun. You look at that cute sunshine. That sunshine of mine. That is a super duper long fishing day, if you ask me. They're pulling on in. I'm going to shut it off once they start walking, though, because I don't want to get everybody walking and get in their faces with the camera. I think I can see him through the windows on the other side. He must be facing the sunshine so he can look at the sun before he gets off the boat, because I just caught a glimpse of him through the glass. There he is. There he is right there. There he is. Look at him. That little cutie patootie. That's not him. He's actually on the other side of the mesh right there. I can see my handsome guy. That's when you know you're in love. That's when you know you're in love, because you're still happy to see them every time they come home, no matter where they're coming from. All right, that's it. They're parking the boat, and he is back with us. So just another part of our beach loving summer. Hi everyone, hello, and welcome. We are here, we are back, and it's another one. And I hope that you guys are enjoying these so far, because I am certainly 100% enjoying making these for you guys. Also making them for a keepsake for my son someday, so that he has it forever and ever and ever to watch back, my grandkids, and so on and so forth. It's another beautiful, wonderful day. The beach is still completely filled with wonderful people and families and seagulls and all the other amazing things that are down here at the shorefront. And I have just been really enjoying my time out. on this wonderful day, having my space and taking a nice big deep breath. I think I may have missed a lot of summers. I really do think I may have missed a lot of summers. And because I can't really remember a summer that is this perfect, where the weather every single day is summer bliss. It's such a peaceful, wonderful experience to see the sun shining every single day, feeling the warmth and the well-being of everybody, enjoying being outdoors. The water is warm and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's just absolutely wonderfully beautiful. And I'm down here today for the evening part of today. Today has been a very busy day as usual, but I have been stealing as many moments as I possibly can to come down to the beach. Thankfully, I live so close to all of these ocean fronts that I'm sharing with you guys and showing you, because it is a quick travel for me. So even on my busiest days, I am just running down here for whatever length of time I can carve out for myself, and then just having a breather, having a moment with myself and with this beautiful, gorgeous space that is a wonderful creation in this world, that large, humongous, big blue ocean. And I'm super happy to be here for yet another day. I am melding some videos together for this particular upload. I shared with you guys a sunrise that was spectacular in the wee hours of the morning during one special beach morning. And then I also shared the segment that I recorded of my husband coming back from his deep sea fishing trip, and watching him come in on the boat was just something amazing that I was so happy to capture. I honestly never get the chance to actually get out of the car to pick him up and be on the dock to watch him come in on the boat. I always have to be in like a line and of cars where they're supposed to walk out to the cars, so that there isn't a lot of traffic out. And the poor lifeguards have been trying to wrangle people to come back off of the rocks, because it's about to be high tide and you can get stuck out there, because once the water combs over the rocks, then you're in big trouble if you're out on the jetty. So he's blowing the whistle to try to get them back in and keep everybody safe. I did say thank you to the lifeguards earlier, because they have a job ahead of them, and they're all just such young kids that do this and risk their lives. This is an extremely packed beach, like most beaches are packed, during the summertime. And their eyes have to be watching very closely for anything and everything, whether you're on the water in, some type of a raft. Look at this boat is not supposed to be coming this close to the shore. Do they know that? I'm confused at this particular moment. Oh, it's the harbor master. Yes, he can do whatever he wants to do. He is the harbor master. I was very confused by that, why that boat was coming so close. But they have to watch everything, all the people on the rocks and the tides going in and going out. And it's just such an important job to have, and lifeguards have to train so hard, and they're all just so young, but they've had to rescue quite a bit of people over the summer so far that just kind of don't know safety of being at the ocean front, whether in the water or on land or on the rocks. So anywho, as I was trying to tell you guys, while I'm trying to sit down and I'm wiggling and jiggling you guys all about, because now I'm sitting in my chair, I never really got a chance to actually get out of the car to pick him up from the boat. I usually am in a line when I drop him off in the wee hours of the morning when he's going deep sea fishing. I drop him off. It's kind of like a pick up and drop off of school, to be honest with you. And then they're supposed to walk out back to the dock where they board and, exit the boat. But he came in so late in the evening that the parking area was actually closed for the day. So I got to scoot right in, find a parking spot, and then get to walk to the dock and record that. And I think that is just, it's such a beautiful memory to have. This is his peaceful, happy time of the year too. Like I've told you guys, he's not a beach goer. He's not a water play type of guy like I am. But he loves the summer just as much as I do. And he's a fisherman. And so deep sea fishing to him is his beach day. And he absolutely, absolutely loves it so much. So it's just a nice thing for him to experience during the summertime. It was such a long, gorgeous day. And watching his smiling face coming back in on that boat and how happy he was, just for a day of fulfillment for himself, that makes my heart sing. That makes my heart sing. He has worked so incredibly hard. His whole entire life, he's always worked, so hard. He's always had grueling jobs. He's always been physically responsible for lots of hard labor jobs and stuff like that, because that's what he enjoys doing for work. And at this part of our life, I just really like to see both of us be able to enjoy the things that make us feel our best and make us feel happy and content and relaxed and fulfilled and peaceful. And I want him to go on deep sea fishing trips as much as possible. He has overcome and survived so much, and I just want him to be so blissfully at ease in this part of his life as much as I want myself to be, that I just really, really promote it as much as possible, to tell him to just take time off, take time, for yourself, go do things that you enjoy. Even if you can't go deep sea fishing, go down, grab your gear, go down to the local pond or lake around us and spend the whole entire evening watching the sunset while you're fishing. He has kayaks, he has a little motorboat, and he doesn't take it out as often as I think he should, but he also enjoys peace of being home after a long day and relaxing and being at home. And he loves his shows. Richie loves TV way more than I do. So some of his form of enjoyment, relaxation, and bringing himself to a peaceful, calm place is watching some of his programs. So some nights that I suggest, why don't you grab your stuff and go fishing? He sometimes says, no, I'd rather catch up on my shows. I'd rather binge watch like the last 2 hours of my night before bed and, just kind of dive into that, sit back in my recliner, rest my body and my legs, and have a couple of snacks. So, whatever makes him happy, that's what I want more of for him, not just myself. I definitely want more of all the things that make him the happiest, because that guy certainly absolutely deserves it. He is an exceptional person. He's a wonderful man. He's been through so much. And, we're both 44 right now. We both turned 44 in the last couple of months, within a month of each other. And I just keep trying to tell him, this is the next half of our life starting now. And no more waiting. We're always going to wake up to things that need to be done. We're always going to wake up to hard work and responsibility, always getting taken care of first, because we're very diligent, hardworking people. But whenever we can steal a breath of fresh air in a place that makes us feel alive and well, then I want us both to go and do that. And when we want to, have our date nights, carve those out no matter how hard the day has been and how tired we are, and go out, have a nice little dinner somewhere, quiet and sweet. Take a ride up the coast, because he does love riding up the coast with me. That's one of our very favorite rides, is just a peaceful, quiet ride up the coast, and maybe even to stop at one of the overlooks, put our chairs out and watch the sunset from that area while we're sipping coffees or teas or what have you. And then we do that on the nights that we can connect. And I just appreciate all of the times that we get to have for ourselves now. And the kids are so funny. The kids are so funny. They're just so happy and sweet, and they're living their best life down here. They're doing their thing, and I'm so happy for them. So it's just we're at a different phase. We're at a different phase now. Isaiah's grown up. He does still technically live at home, but he is very close with Cindy's family, just like she's close with us. And so that is a place that he spends a lot of time also, outside of work, outside of going to school, and all of the activities that they have going on a regular basis with each other and with their own friend groups. And yes, live your life. That is what we raised you to do. So now that we're used to being a little bit more on our own, adulting and finding our own happiness, it's just a different form of living our adult lives, not raising kids technically anymore. We'll always be parents. Isaiah always will come first for us. And when we carve out time to do things as a family, that's super special and meaningful. But for the most part, we love our own personal time. We love time with each other when we have our special moments where we do things just the two of us. And we love to just relax. I'm really trying to work myself up into traveling past a 2-hour time frame, and I have not been away for a very long time, past a 2-hour mark of driving. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get there sooner or later, because I do like to go away, but I really like to still be as close to home as possible. And I travel by car 9 times out of 10, because that's the way that I prefer to travel. That's the way I prefer to get to vacation locations and everything else, is to take road trips. I don't fly. I used to take Amtrak a lot down south, but I've driven down south many times myself, straight through, back and forth. And those were my younger years, we're talking 7 or more years ago, the last really big road trip that I took, where I drove straight through, back and forth. And I just kind of enjoy a 2-hour ride, and being able to stay up in the mountains and then get home in a 2-hour time frame, or stay up by the beach, way up in Maine or something like that, and we're home within a 2-hour time frame of traveling. It's just nice to be closer, and it also gives me a safety factor, I feel, to have Richie close to the places that take care of him the best for his medical care, just in case anything ever arised, while we were on vacation or traveling. We would still be close enough to home to get him to his physicians and the hospitals that are used to taking care of him, and get him attention immediately that we trust, and that have helped us get through so many obstacles. So I feel like for those reasons, that's what's held me back from traveling far distances anymore. I just feel safety being in a comfort zone. But Richie really does want to travel at some point. That would be his hope and his wish, is to start traveling far. He wants to go on tropical vacations. He wants to do so many different things. He wants to get back to Florida. He would love to go back to Disney and experience that again. He would love to go back to, Niagara Falls and redo that vacation that we did long ago. Such beautiful trips we've had, and hopefully someday, very soon, in the next few years at least, we'll try. We wanted to go to Nashville this year, and that was a plan that I was gonna really push myself to do and to make happen for him. And we both wanted to go to Nashville, but he really wanted to go to Nashville the most. And at the end of last year, we did plan that trip. We mapped it out, and we were going to make it a solid plan and book everything. And then he had his heart failure on Thanksgiving, and then his triple bypass on Christmas Eve. And then we had recovery after that. So he's recovered in an extremely amazing time frame. They told him that he was going to be recovering for upwards of a year. And he is so strong-willed and has such a spirit inside of him, such a drive inside of him, that I should have known better, that he would excel and exceed all their expectations and get back to life. And what makes me so happy too is that when he was about to have his triple bypass and all the physicians were talking to us about the risk factors and the possible outcomes and then this, that, and the other thing, they had said after so many, like a month and a half before his surgery actually happened, they had said to us, we do believe with everything that we've investigated, everything that we've looked into for your medical history, all that you've gone through for almost, 8.5 years, we do believe that we're going to see a really big change in your diabetic related complications that you've been facing and the things that you've been through diabetic related for all of these years, and how extreme it's been for you and how difficult it's been for you and how many near-death experiences you've had related to your type 1 diabetes diagnosis all of these years. We do think, not guaranteeing, but we do think that once we fix your heart that's probably been slowly but surely failing for several years now, to this point where you've actually had heart failure, we do believe that if you make it through this surgery and we have corrected the issue with your heart, with the triple bypass, we are going to see a significant improvement with your type 1 diabetes complications. And pray to God, knock on wood, all the things that we do, we have seen that. We have seen that. And yes, he's been sick here and there over these last 6 months, and he has gotten, he has had COVID. He has had the start of diabetic ketoacidosis, but he has not gone into it full blown. He has not been hospitalized for numerous days like he was before. He's been able to heal up faster from any complications that he's faced, any difficulties with his health that he's faced. He has been able to get better in a very quick period of time, related, comparable to like how he was healing from all of these circumstances before. And he has improved so well. And they honestly still can't believe, with all the times that we go to all the doctors to continue to watch him and monitor him and check on him and his heart and all the things that he's doing for his recovery since his surgery, and they think it's absolutely remarkable how strong he is and how strengthened he has become in a 6-month period of time after correcting the heart. So I couldn't be more grateful, and it's time to start living our life. We have dedicated our lives, to just working our tails off in every way we could possibly work to support our life, our family, ourselves, and to help others, and everything that we've always put our heart and soul into. We have been diligent about being great parents and hands-on parents, and continuing to help our son grow even into his adult years. And I feel more than anything, that at this point in our life, it is time to give back to ourselves in all the ways that we've always wanted to the most and never had time for and never made time for. And I think he's getting it. I've talked to him enough, and he is literally, you have to lead by example sometimes, because my husband is somebody that's very hard driving, like no excuses type of guy. Just make it happen, get things done, work hard. He has a lot of pride, and he has a lot of gumption to be bound and determined through every obstacle he's ever faced in his whole life. If you knew my husband's story from his childhood all the way through his adult life, even, just prior to me meeting him and what he's been through, it's not my story to tell. It's very personal to him. He's not an open book like I am. I do certainly wish I could share with you all the things that not my son, God forbid. My son's had a really good life, and we pray for him every day. But if I ever told you what my husband has endured and gone through and had happened to him, and all the circumstances that he's lived through and faced, I think you guys would be pretty amazed at the fact that he's alive, he's thriving, he's still working hard on himself, his life. He's a stand-up man. He's an exceptional dad to our grown-up son. He's a wonderful partner, best friend, and my peace and my joy, and somebody that I know that no matter what goes on in life, he's got my back and I've got his. And for the things that he's gone through, to be as great of a human being as he is, I'm forever proud of him. I am forever proud of him and thankful to God for bringing him to my son and I, unexpectedly, but very necessary. And he has given us a life that I could never repay anybody for. He is amazing, and I'm so thankful for my husband. I am so thankful for him, and I thank God every single day for saving my husband and for continuing to save my husband. And that is literally what I wake up and say every single morning. I said, thank you, God, for waking me up today. Thank you, God, for saving my husband. Thank you, God, for continuing to save my husband. And then the other prayer that I say faithfully every single day is I pray for my son all day long, pretty much. And every time I end the prayer, I say, please, dear God, allow Isaiah's life to be filled with happiness, health, success, and the most amazing things, walking beside him through any difficulties that he may ever face, continuing to wrap your arms around him, protect him, guide him, and love him. And please, dear God, allow what Richie and I have been through in our lives to cover Isaiah's life as well. Please allow the things that we have gone through, faced, and continue to work through be enough so that Isaiah can just have a peaceful, happy, healthy life and give him the best of everything and allow him to just live out his days with love and guidance from you. So I pray it multiple times a day, many different versions, but that's what it pretty much entails. Richie and I have been through a lot, and I just want it to be enough, because everything that we've been through, we've shared with Isaiah and told him that no matter what we've been through, you've watched us overcome every circumstance. And we want you to know that if you ever face anything tough in your life, that will help you overcome it too. And the person that you're faithful to will help you by guiding you through it as well. So that is the way we live, and I hope it inspires some of you that might go through some difficulties and some challenges and some hardships and some trauma and turmoil, or anything that you're facing or have faced that impacts you in any of the days of your life. Allow it to strengthen you as best as you can. Small steps, but I believe you can all do it. I believe you can all do it. And we're still doing it every day, and that's what we're going to continue to do. As long as we have air in our lungs, we're just going to keep on moving forward and thanking God for all of the peaceful moments. And whatever faith you have, thank whatever you're thankful to for every chance that you get at a new start to a new day and a fulfilled life with love, peace, health, and happiness. I love you guys with all of my heart. Thank you for spending this time with me at the beach. I'll give you one more glance. It is late in the evening. And this beach is totally packed. It is totally, completely packed still. And everybody is up there waiting to be allowed to start fishing, because you can't fish before 6 p.m. So it's just on the cusp. It's just on the cusp of 6 p.m. So they're waiting. They're waiting for the whistle to blow, and they can start striper fishing. So that's it. I love you guys. I'm going to meld these videos together. Yeah, that was yesterday, the beginning of the video, and this is the very next portion of the day. And I just wanted to seal it with talking about my wonderful husband. And no matter if it's your husband, your brother, your father, your grandfather, a friend, whoever it is, I hope that whoever you love and value as much as I value and love my husband and appreciate him, this prompts you to give them a call and tell them to live their best life and that you love them and you're thankful for them. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. I love all you beautiful faces. Bye, everyone.